Okay, so yeah, I'm in a little bit early today. I'm probably just gonna sit and relax. Oh, hey, what's going on, man?
Okay, so like, where have you been, man? It's been 2 weeks. Think you don't have any responsibilities?
Oh, you mean like in the league? I mean, no one's really paying attention anymore. Looks like the standings are basically the same. Does anybody even care?
Okay, so first of all, Zach Lane is still in last place, which I know doesn't come as a shock, but he was actually going to find a way to dig himself out, and then you actually set a pretty good lineup, and Jimmy G threw a touchdown, a really random one at the end of the day. Ended up losing after Josh Allen had his worst week. He did bounce back this week, but I don't think it's going to matter. He does seem confident that he isn't going to win the Sacco, but I saw him crying in his car the other day.
Matthew Judon, body built by Taco Bell.
I mean, I don't think anybody's shocked that Zach Lane would be in last place. If he's not middle of the pack, he's basically last place. Why is Taco for a reason? I mean, actually, I'm kind of shocked Bozier's not in last place at this point. What's been going on with him?
So Jake Bozier's back in 11th place, and even though he kind of scored a lot of points the week before, because somehow the players that he traded a while ago are starting to score a lot of points, he's dangerously close to actually being less than you in total points, which would be kind of a miracle, to be honest.
Okay, so this is like a Paul Watson trade where you make a terrible trade with Travis and then through circumstances that are completely outside of the trade, those players start doing really well, either through a trade in real life or an injury or whatever, and you probably could have just picked them up after Travis dropped them and mixed them in with your real team. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm actually kind of shocked to see that Nick is doing even a little bit better since he traded Saquon Barkley. Do you really do that?
Great.
Yeah, so Nick also is no longer in contention with his brother for last place. He's still not going to make the playoffs, but he's having trouble with defenses again, but this time for the opposite reason. He lost to Rob a couple weeks ago in a totally winnable game because his defense decided to get -1 points against the Detroit Lions. It's just been a rough year for him this year, but I don't think anybody's complaining after his dominance a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like Nick and Zach both made pretty good trades that actually helped him out, and it hasn't mattered at all. I guess that's fantasy football for you. But anyways, he is winning some games.
Come on, Las Vegas, let's go! Come on!
And not to mention, Justin Fields basically only played one half of football, so he couldn't go for 40 again. So anyway, moving on, we got to talk about Alex. See, here's the thing. Walker might actually be right about Alex. Alex has the least amount of points scored through the last 2 weeks. It's been kind of blown out. His team still looks good on paper, but I know it's really not looking good for his playoff hopes. He still is technically in it, but I hate to say it, but Walker may have given up on his broadcasting duties, but he's probably right about Alex, fortunately.
Oh, come on, man. Alex's team is not that bad. Look, it's anybody's game at this point. Pretty much anybody can make in. You just got to get 7-8 wins, score enough points. Let's cut him some slack. Plus, not like Walker's making any predictions anymore.
Hey, fellas! Look at that fruitcake!
Forget about that. Anyways, let's talk about Austin. So he won the Stouffer Bowl in extremely convincing fashion. It was a little anticlimactic because Travis had probably his worst week of the year, and he looked like he was going to follow it up again, and you didn't set your optimal lineup. But that doesn't matter. The thing is that Austin's team is really good. We're actually playing a game where if we awarded a win to each of the top 6 point scorers, Austin would be in the top 4. Unfortunately, he just keeps playing teams like Jake, and his big scoring team keeps losing. Austin, we're not changing the rules for you, by the way. Sorry.
Will have the honors shooting the technicals. Looky here.
Austin's team is good? Oh, yeah, it is. Huh. Wow, that sucks. End up losing to Jake on Monday night. That hurts.
Unfortunate. But okay, now for the real stuff. We got to talk about you, man. Your team, steady Eddie. Continuing to score 90, 92, 94, 98. Had that crazy comeback on Monday night. But dude, Gabe Davis, you've got to stop. I don't care if he gets 30. You're putting him on your bench. He is the reason you lost, okay? The reason you're probably not going to make the playoffs, all right? I'm not going to tell you again. No, shut up. Shut up. Put him on your bench.
Without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
Okay, why am I always the victim of, like, the scrutiny here. I can't set my lineup perfectly every single week so my 95-point-a-week team can eke out another win. Look at David. He's barely in 6th place, or is he?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it, it's true. David Smith, he's still in the top 6. I mean, every week he wins, loses, wins, loses. 100 points, 60 points, 100 points, 80 points, 100 points, 70 points. It doesn't matter. As long as he takes care of business in 2 weeks, he's basically a shoe-in to get in. And, man, I don't even think he has that much better of a team than you do. But, hey, at least he's taking care of business and setting his optimal lineup.
Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled.
Whoa. Am I seeing this right? Is Walker is going to make the playoffs? Really?
Oh, yeah, you're seeing that right. Walker Bruns, after weeks of just putrid play, he's in. I think for sure he's had one of the highest scoring teams over the last 3 weeks, if not the highest scoring team. Maybe that trade with Jake actually ended up working out. But listen, knowing Walker, he'll just decide, you know what, I'm going to play Mike White for fun and screw it all up. I guess we'll find out. All right, good for him. All right. I can respect that, but look, nobody's stopping the train that is Ryan, am I right? Okay, but before you get too excited about the fact that Ryan is still in the top 4, I know we've been cheering for him all week, but man, 2 weeks ago, old Ryan came back, didn't set his lineup, Gus Edwards was in there. I don't think it was going to matter, but dude, I was really worried, sweating for the guy. But then new Ryan back again, knocked out Rob, probably knocked Rob out of getting a bye altogether. So, I think there's still hope for our boy just yet.
No way. Come on now. Y'all know better. New Ryan's here to stay.
Whoa. Rob's best player got hurt again for the 4th year in a row after starting out so strong? I mean, I swear there really are storylines in our fantasy football group.
Not fair! That's not fair!
Yeah, you definitely saw that right. Cooper Kupp is hurt. Now Rob is not in first place. He's tumbling out of a bye. He's probably still going to make the playoffs, but is he even a threat anymore? You got Walker making his thunderous comeback with his great team after looking so bad at the beginning. You got Austin scoring a ton of points and not making the playoffs. You've got Taco. Hey, where are you going?
Okay, all right, I'll come back. Jake and Walker have already clinched the playoffs. What's new? Is there even any updates on their incredible teams?
Yes, Travis and Jake are in the top 2 spots. They're locked into the playoffs. But dude, here's the thing, man. What you missed in a big way is the fact that these 2 guys keep just fighting in the text, right? So Travis, he's got you and Jake Bozier and Nick to give him all of his players. He didn't even draft well. He just gets who he wants. And then Travis is mad because Jake and Walker need to collude together so Walker can make the playoffs and Jake can beat Travis in the finals. And so Travis has this theory that Walker doesn't want to win. He just wants Jake to win, so he can't win. And everybody's all mad. And then Rob can't do anything about it because Cooper Kupp is hurt. And so, yeah, let's just keep cheering for Ryan.
What does mine say? Sweet! What about mine? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet! What about mine? Dude! What does mine say? Sweet!